we done the pyramid stage and we had like a live band. It was sick. More people than I ever performed to. Because I get anxious as well. Sometimes I'll just like go on stage, put the AJ mask on, and I wish I was more present for the moment. Because when I think back of how it felt to be on stage, I can't remember.
You're listening to Apple Music, and I am joined by the man of the hour, AJ Tracey.
Come on.
Welcome back to the show. It's good to have you back on Apple Music.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure to talk to you. And we've got you here for your brand new album, Don't Die Before You're Dead. Now, when I saw this album title, I was like, AJ's getting in his introspective bag.
Yeah.
Where were you in life that steered you toward this message?
To be honest with you, it's like I've been through a lot of things since I dropped the second album. And, you know, life is beautiful, but it's also quite tough sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of stuff. Obviously, as I said on one of my records, my mum was ill. You know what I'm saying? I just dealt with like some anxiety, a bit of depression, all the things that everyone goes through, we all go through it, you know what I'm saying? But I come out the other side stronger and with a different perspective on life. And the perspective was rare. Cool, I do shows and with rappers and you take the pic for the gram and you make lit music and festivals, that's all cool. But also you're human aside from that, do you know what I'm saying? You have a home life, you have a relationship with whoever, your partner, your mum, your dad, whoever, your siblings, and like you have to foster those relationships and make sure that your life is being lived. So the title basically just says like, if you invert it, it's live your life, innit? Don't die before you're dead means live your life. Because we're gonna die, it's a guarantee. So why not just live it and enjoy what you're doing? And if you think about it, like, I could upload a video and people can be like, oh, this song's whack or AJ fell off or whatever they want to say. But actually, like, does that person's opinion matter to me? Not really. Look at how beautiful life is, man. You just got to do what you enjoy. Not to be too deep, but that's the truth, innit?
No, let's get deep, man.
If you want, we can.
I'm down to get deep, man. Is that you talking to yourself then, saying
100%.
AJ, don't die before you're dead?
Yeah, that's me talking to myself. But also, it's like every time I talk to myself in the public eye, I'm also talking to everyone who listens to me. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's a nice message. It's not a message of like, I'm not trying to send people down a weird path. It's a path of like, yo, trust me, none of this stuff that you think matters, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That comment on Instagram don't matter. That person who made a weird comment about your outfit, it don't matter. As long as you're happy, you're enjoying, that's what matters. And it's true though, it's actually true. And once you understand that, life becomes way easier. You become like a bit more free. Because I used to sit there stressing that the next song, like, is it gonna do what my last song done and what's people gonna fit? But it don't matter though, it actually don't matter. Look how far I've already come. When I was younger and I was rapping, just writing bars for fun, I didn't think I'd get this far. I've already times 10 how far I thought I was gonna come. So just be grateful, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And whatever I get is a bonus, it's an extra on top of what I already have. So yeah, man. And it's easier to live life for that because it's less stress, isn't it?
It's been 4 years since Flu Game.
Ages.
And I was wondering what you were doing in the 4 years since 2021.
Shaving my hair off.
It sounds like you've been to the mountaintop, man.
I have. Honestly, I have. I think I lived some life. I went through some experiences, but also like you can't just rap about the same stuff all the time. That's the truth. You can, innit? And some people get away with it and big up them. But I just think if you want to be an artist that's respected and revered and that people loved and cherished, then you need to rap about real life and things that happen to you. And you need to grow with the fans and with the supporters. Like they're gonna be, when my supporters first started listening to me, that's like 10 years ago when I first come out. So they would have been 10 years younger than they are now. And as you grow up, you want to hear about more real life stuff, obviously. So them diehard fans who are young G's when they listen to me are now big adults and they're going through whatever they're going through. So it's nice for them to hear that their favorite artist has also been through that. And I come out the other side, you know what I'm saying? And I just think it's an important message, man. I think it's good to make music that takes you away from reality, but sometimes you got to tap into reality and tell people, yo, what you're dealing with, like, man's dealt with that, and trust me, you can come out the other side. I just think it's important. What
was your reality in that time? Because you're an interesting one in that in between projects, you're not hanging around just hanging out with us.
No, I'm not.
You're like, I'm gone and I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
So we're not privy to
what's going on.
What's going on in that time. So what's AJ's life been like the last 4 years?
Honestly, quite hectic, but hectic outside of music, which is crazy to say because music is chaotic anyway, you know what I'm saying? Going and doing promo, linking other rappers, other singers and doing this and doing that, festivals and yeah, cool, man. But in real life also, you got to deal with, you know, like my little brother's growing up and he's dealing with whatever he's dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And then like my mum was ill, had to deal with whatever she was dealing with and just dealing with the world, the real life, you know what I'm saying? So what have I been doing? To be honest with you, collecting memories, experiences and trying to channel them into the music, to be honest. And I just kind of come to a conclusion of like, yo, I would love to put another album out, but I don't really want to rap about the same stuff I've been rapping about. Like, they know I got a chain, like, cool, man, them drive fast cars. Like, it's not, that's cool. And I still love that stuff, obviously, but it's not what they want to hear forever, but I'll be real. Well, that's my opinion anyway.
So I'm gonna hang up the football references for a bit.
No, I'll never do that. That I'll never do. You see, I'm wearing the football top now, come on, man. I'll never do that. But it's just less about like, cool, bragging is cool. And on this album, I've definitely done some bragging. I always will, because I'm proud of where I am. And I'm excited to be able to experience things courtesy of my own hard work. That's amazing for me. I love it. But also, it's like, let me talk about subjects that people might have had to deal with. And that, if AJ's dealing with that, yo, I can go through that. That's really the main message of this album. And it's like, don't give up on... I'll give you an example. Yeah, I'll do festivals. And sometimes I used to be at a festival. Say I'm at Glasgow. Like, we done the Pyramid stage and we had like a live band. It was sick. It was so sick. I don't know how many people was in that crowd, but a lot of more people than I ever performed to. And I wasn't present in the moment, and I wish that I was, because sometimes because I get anxious as well, sometimes I'll just like go on stage, put the AJ mask on, and then just live this moment for 45 minutes to an hour, however long the set is, and I'll just not really be in the moment. I'm just kind of blocking it out and running through the automations of me performing my songs and interacting with the crowd. But I'll come off stage and just act like it's normal, but it's not normal though. That's really not normal. Like, doing Pyramid stage is amazing. That's a really big thing. And I wish I was more present for the moment, because when I think back of how it felt to be on stage, I can't remember. Does that make sense? Because I kind of just blocked it out. But the other day, Georgia brought me out her show. She sold out Hammersmith Apollo, and I was conscious to be present for the moment. Do you see what I'm saying? I thought, yo, before I get on the stage, let me enjoy this. Let me soak this up. So when I came out on stage, and because most of our crowd were female, and usually most of my crowd are male, it's a different type of like scream. It was a mad, deafening scream, and I took it in, and I missed my first bar. I missed the first bar because I was actually living the moment. I was like, raw, this is mad. And obviously, sometimes when you're just living your life, you forget, like, people proper rock with what you're doing, and they're happy that you exist. And I was just trying to soak it in. So now I'm more conscious. I'm like banking memories and banking feelings. Does that make sense?
I had no idea that you like suffered with anxiety.
Badly, actually badly as well. I get anxious about things I don't even need to be anxious about, I'll be real.
How does it impact you?
To be honest with you, not as bad now, because I've taught myself to deal with it. When I started music, it's like I would drink and just like not be present, smoke or whatever, and just take myself away from what's actually currently going on, because I don't want to live in reality, because it's scary a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if it's something, doesn't have to be negative. It could just be a big moment. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be things like, I'll go in the studio with someone massive who I've actually really looked up to and really wanted to work with, and I won't be present because I'm like, I don't want to say something wrong or mess up this moment, so I'll just, get drunk, not get drunk, but have a drink and not be present. And sometimes it's nice to be sober and be alive and be in the moment, even if it is scary, because feeling scared or feeling anxious is showing you that you're alive. It shows you that you're human. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it sounds mad deep what I'm saying, but it's true though. I feel
I hear it.
I feel like it's great to be present. That's really my message, innit? It's really good to be present. Like, you can walk away and be like, that chat I had with Dotty was amazing. I remember it, and I'm grateful that Dotty brought me on the show. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just good to remember these feelings, and when you're not doing whatever you're doing, because inevitably I won't be rapping forever, I can sit and go back through the memories and feel what I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
When you look back at your career then, and you think about the times where you, I guess, almost out of a defense, kind of blocked out the moment and just went through the motions, are there moments that you're like, I wish, like Glastonbury?
Yeah, loads,
are there other
loads.
moments where you're like, I wish I'd
No,
lived
but
that
so
more?
many. This was sad though. So many. There's so many moments that I wish I was present for, which is kind of what woke me up to like trying to be present, because I'm thinking back and I'm like, yo, when I did Ali Pali, like, I remember how lit it was. I remember how big it was. I remember the moment. I remember people being there, but I don't remember how it felt though. You know what I'm saying? I can watch it back and I'm like, cool, that was lit. I don't remember the feeling though. You know, like, you remember the feeling of whatever, your first going to the cinema the first time, or linking your first significant other, or whatever it is. But I don't remember that feeling of being at Ali Pali, which is weird, because I should, because it's a massive moment in my career. When Labra Grove was doing whatever it was doing in the charts, I don't remember how that felt, I'll be honest. I was kind of
crazy.
I was just like, I remember when Studio of Skepta, I was so excited before he got there, and then in the studio I was doing the cool thing. Do you get it? I was doing the, come on man, like, you hear me? Like, obviously he was in Grove with the man them, so I rated that he came to link the man them in Grove, but I should have been more present in terms of, I should have asked him more. Obviously I can call Skepta now, big up Skep, but I should have asked him more at the moment, like, how are you producing this beat? Like, what are you doing? Just take more initiative to like really expand on the experience, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what I'm doing from now anyway. So better late than never, in my opinion.
I'm so glad that that's something that you recognised though, and that you kind of make that shift now when you've still got so much of your life to live.
Well, hopefully, innit? Hopefully, well, obviously life to live, definitely, but hopefully in my career I got more, there's more great moments for me to bank and enjoy. And it's not that I've forgotten the things I've done, because I remember them. We have picture evidence or video evidence, but it's more about the feeling, you know what I'm saying?
How are you getting fulfillment during that time then? If it wasn't sinking in, were you even fulfilled? Or were you kind of just going through the motions of being AJ Tracey?
Honestly, probably not, to be honest. I wasn't. I'm fulfilled as Che. Obviously, Che's my real name. I'm fulfilled as Che because my dream as a kid was to be a rapper. So I'm fulfilled as Che. I'm happy that I bought my mum a house. I'm happy that all my family are healthy and good. You get me? Thank God. But as an artist though, like, I had to sit and think about what it is that fulfills me as an artist. Like, what is it that really excites me and gets me, like, you know, makes me feel happy. And to be honest, it's working with different artists, trying music that I haven't tried before, you know, pushing myself and trying to strive for greatness. That's what makes me happy as AJ Tracey. But I don't think I was feeling fulfilled at the time of doing these things simply because I wasn't acknowledging them as big achievements. And sometimes it feels like when you do well, people kind of tell you like, oh, you're not allowed to like say, yeah, like I'm doing well. Do you know what I'm saying? But you are though, of course you are. Maybe not like going on the internet saying, yo, I'm the best, whatever. But to answer your question, probably not, to be honest. I wasn't being fulfilled at the time, but I do feel fulfilled as Che, as what I've managed to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a great platform to allow me to talk about things I would have never spoke about on my album.
I think anyone listening to you talk now, especially if they've been on your journey from 2015 Wifey Rhythm days,
It's early.
They'll realize as soon as they press play on this album that we're dealing with a evolved,
a different
AJ
version.
Tracey. This is a someone who has grown a lot.
Yeah.
Taking 3 years or 4 years to make an album, I guess, is a gift and a curse because times change, sounds change, you change.
Yeah.
Did you find in that time, because there was such a period between the two, that you were swapping songs out left, right, and centre?
Therefore, I can't tell you how many songs I swapped out. Even at one point, I went and recorded on. Have you been to Angelic Studio?
No.
It's in Banbury, which is in Oxford, yeah. And it's Jamiroquai Studio.
Okay.
And we recorded there just to get some peace of mind. You know, it's nice to see the horses outside and just not always be in the city. You know what I'm saying? Recorded over there, and we made like 40-something songs, yeah. And then like all 40 of them got leaked. I don't know how. I don't know where these hackers get the. I don't know how they do it, but all of them got leaked, yeah, which is so jarring for me because I'm a guy where like once someone's heard it now, like I don't want to put on an album now because I'm like, oh, it's on the internet and people are trading these songs and whatever. But some of them that got leaked are actually on the album just because a lot of my people around me were like, bro, it's good music, bro. And they've heard the first version, like it sounds completely different now, do you know what I'm saying? And I just think the process of making this album, I had to swap out so many songs just because of what you said, like times change. But some of them, it's funny because actually times changed and then changed back. So some of them are still relevant. Does that make sense as well?
Like which ones?
Chat Rooms is mad because when I made Chat Rooms, that's got like a Jersey drum pattern.
Yeah.
And it was relevant at the time. And then it kind of not went quiet, but people didn't really care. And now people care about Jersey again. So that I was like, great, compatible. Being British and the theme of enjoying Britain, and I'm not trying to sound like one of them EDL guys or whatever, but I'm saying like I love being British, as in I love the multicultural aspect of being British and the things that we represent. I love our football team, you know what I'm saying? I love going down the pub, but also I love being Caribbean, being Trini, you know what I'm saying? So I just think the theme of being British is now a cool theme, do you get it? But when I started it, maybe it wasn't a cool theme and now it is. So some things kind of fell out of sync and some fell back into place. Yeah, but I definitely swapped out so many songs, man. I had like, originally before I had the concept of making like a British themed album, I had a lot of non-British artists on there. And then I was like, nah, man, I might have to just not even deal with that and just do straight UK thing, which I think actually is a better angle because I could go do singles with whoever. You know what I'm saying? We can make music into international music, but I think being British and championing what we're doing and celebrating that is important right now, especially in a time where the UK feels a little bit disgruntled, do you know what I'm saying? It's nice to bring everyone together through music, through football, through art. So
what was it like kind of sitting back and watching the game play out over the past few years?
I was just happy that I owned my masters, I'll be honest. I was looking at it like, rare, my thing's all right. Still, I'm glad, I'm happy for where I am at. Do you know why? Because like, you know, sometimes you look at music and you're like, rare, everything's changing and am I okay? I'm all right. I was watching my monthly listeners, not that it's an indication of anything, but it's nice to know that people are still listening to your music, do you get me?
Yeah.
And it didn't change too much, I'll be real. It didn't really go down that much over the course of the 4 years because I was putting out little dribs and jabs, like I put out soul, a little freestyle, went on the radar and did a freestyle, made that into a song because people were like, oh, we love this, can we get it on streaming?
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, cool, done it. And it went silver the other day. And usually I don't celebrate silvers, not in a gassed up way, but usually I wait till it goes like gold, whatever, platinum. But silver, I celebrated that one because that was just a freestyle.
Yeah.
I just went to New York for holiday and my boy's like, yo, you might as well just go and touch mic quickly. And I was like, cool, whatever. And then got a silver plaque for it. So you got to celebrate the little things as well, you know what I'm saying?
Look at you being present.
Yeah, look at me being present, innit? That's what I'm saying. I'm smiling because I'm enjoying it because I remember how that one felt, you know what I'm saying?
No, I love that.
Yeah, like, and I just think when it comes to this music thing, yeah, it's easy to just go to the studio, record a song, put it out, and then just put it to the back of your mind. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's actually better to record the song, enjoy the process. That's the main thing. You got to enjoy recording or what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the process. When you put it out, you got to gauge, cool, obviously there's a lot of negative comments, yeah, always. You're going to get trolls, but it's good to gauge what people like about it, what they like about it. Not just, I like the song, but what do you like about the song? Like, should I do that? Should I do this? Like, I've just been taking notes now, man. I'll see people say something like, I never knew AJ could jump on a house beat or something. I'll be like, oh, maybe I'll make some more house. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you listen to comments?
Now I listen. Before, I didn't listen because I thought that rare, I need to give people what they need and not what they want, yeah? Which I still kind of believe. But also sometimes they're going to express to you like, yo, if you do this, maybe you're going to tap into something. And with that, even with that soul rhythm I was just talking about, it's funny because I was going to jump on a drill beat for that freestyle. And my brethren, who's from Philadelphia, who's with me, and he said, bro, over here, we're rocking with a Jersey sound, so you should probably do a Jersey thing. And I was like, nah, man, I don't know about that. And he's like, bro, trust me, it'll go off. And obviously it went off, so he was right, innit? But it's funny, because I would have jumped on the drill beat. That's what we know, innit? That's what we know over here. But sometimes you got to just go into the unknown, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
It feels like on this project, you're really showcasing that you can rap. Like, you're like, I'm gonna go into the studio and I'm going to perfect my craft and I'm gonna show people what I'm capable of.
100.
Was that a conscious decision when you made this album? Like, I need to demonstrate my ability.
100%. I think on one of the rhythms called Imposter Syndrome, I basically was like, yo, let me just rap. I'm not trying to sell records with this song. I'm just trying to rap. I just want to show people I can rap. And let me talk about what I'm dealing with right now. And I think that's a great song because originally it was 2 separate records. And then EY, the producer, I was like to him, yo, can you make that into one beat? You know how Drake and them man do with the beat switch? I want to do one of them. Like, surely you could do that. And he's like, yeah, I got you. And he merged it and it sounded cold. And I was like, I can give 2 different perspectives of the same rhythm. Because you know when the instrumental changes, sometimes it's like I can express myself. You know, if the beat's dark, obviously, if you're talking about something dark, it's easier to express yourself. If you're spitting on some happy, clappy beat, you can't really be dark, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the beat switch allowed me to stay within the topic, but give 2 different perspectives of how my life is right now, you know? I said something in there like, it's like survivor's guilt, I go out for dinner and I hide the bill. That's actually true though, because obviously I'm happy to pay for my friends and family when I eat. I don't really want them to see how expensive it is though, because I don't want them to feel any way about it, do you get it? And that is survivor's guilt, because sometimes it feels like, how comes I can do this and these lot can't do this, you get me? But obviously, that's how life is. That's what I was here for, and it's good that I'm able to do that. So
that's something people don't really talk about, actually, that survivor's guilt, especially when you're rocking with the same people that have been around from the beginning. What is that like when you yourself, you've come so far and you can't take everyone with you? And sometimes you have to just allow them to experience it with you, but you can't put them necessarily in the same position as you.
Exactly what you just said. So you obviously, you've been through it yourself.
How's that experience for you?
Early on, I felt obliged to like try and carry everyone with me, you know what I'm saying? And like, I didn't understand the concept of you can take a horse to water, obviously, you know the phrase. And basically, you got to teach people to make their own bread, or not just bread, but you got to teach people to be independent and go chase their dreams. Because you carrying people, inevitably, at some point, you can't carry them anymore. And something that I learned, which is kind of sad, is that if you do something nice for someone one time, they're super grateful for it. And the more times you do something nice for them, the less grateful they become until the point where they feel entitled. Like, they don't feel like, oh, I'm happy he done this for me. Like, he should be doing this for me. But that's not the truth, though. I don't have to do anything for anyone. Apart from my mum, obviously, I owe her everything. But apart from mum, you ain't got to do nothing for no one. So I feel like there's a lot of people in my life I had to, like, honestly, I'm going to be real, like, I had to leave them behind, I'll be real. Because some people just don't understand. They just don't get it. And I'm telling people, yo, I'm working every day. I'm working my arse off every day to make sure that we're in a good position and I can put people on and I can do what I need to do, you know what I'm saying? And anyone who's not with that, you're going to have to fall back, I'll be real. And it's been like that. So luckily for me, for the past like 6-7 years, I've had the same people around me. I've not lost anyone out of them lot, because the man them know, do you get me? But going out for dinner and hiding the bill is a real thing, because sometimes I feel deep. I feel like, raw, how comes I got the bread to pay for this? And the UK right now, today in 2025, we're in a harsh place. Everything's expensive. Like, I'm feeling it. If I'm feeling it, imagine how it would have been if I didn't make it in this music thing, do you know what I'm saying? Even my mum said to me during COVID, she was like, oh, thank God you done your thing. Because imagine if we was in Grove in the yard, in the flat right now, it would have been peak. You know what I'm saying? So she was just grateful she had a little garden and we can pay for our bills and whatnot, because it gets tough in the UK. I understand it. And I always speak from a place of privilege, and I understand I'm privileged, but I'm from there, do you know? I know what it feels like. So I'm always an advocate of trying to help the people without. And I just feel like sometimes I feel a bit guilty, but it's not for me to feel guilty, to be honest. Like, I done my thing, I worked hard, you know what I'm saying? But you are naturally, if you're a good person, you're going to feel guilty sometimes. So yeah, man, that's how it is for me. But you spoke, the way you phrased that question sounds like you've been through that as well.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I think as soon as you get in a position that is different to where people met you at, it shifts the dynamic
100%
naturally, because they met you at A.
Exactly. And now you're
now you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And exactly, when you say that, it's like in the ends, it's kind of like a crabs in a bucket thing, because the man, like, not everyone, obviously, some people was definitely championing me, but a lot of people don't want to see you do better than them, which is sad, do you know what I'm saying? Because really and truly, it should be like, raw, he's from here, we should champion him and push him up and uplift him. But sometimes it's like, raw, if he's from here and I'm from here and we're both broke, why is my man doing this thing now and I'm not? Which is not the way to think about it, but it is what it is, isn't it?
I love the way you talk about your mum. And I love the way you carry yourself as a son.
It's my rock. I appreciate that.
It was really, for me, really powerful to listen to Third Time Lucky as somebody who's been in that exact position, as somebody who's watched my mum be ill.
Is your mum okay now?
my mum actually passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
A few years ago. It's so powerful to hear somebody write from that place of vulnerability.
Yeah.
How hard was it to actually get in the studio and put those feelings to music?
So hard, the song almost never come out. That's how hard it was, genuinely. Like for me, I've never spoken about anything that sensitive, you know what I'm saying? And even like my older brother, I said to him, like, he wasn't at the farm when I made it. I made it in that same farm. And when I made that song, I had to tell everyone to leave the studio, I'll be real. I told everyone, "Lo, you lot got a cut, I got to just record this one." And then,
really?
Yeah, you lot can hear it after, because otherwise I'm not going to get it out, you know what I'm saying? So I told my brother, when he came to the farm, he was like, yeah, we've been working on, like, where's the rhythms? And obviously the rhythms I usually make are gas, you know what I'm saying? They're active rhythms, mosh pit rhythms. So he's like, yeah, where's the rhythm? Like, I told him, come listen to this. And I played it. I'm not going to lie, I ambushed him because he weren't ready to hear that, I'll be real. So I'm looking at him and his eyes are welling up and I'm like, yeah, I've done my job though. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're feeling the emotion that I'm trying to convey, then I've done my job. And for me, that rhythm was so tough because I knew that when my mum hears the rhythm, she's definitely going to cry, obviously. I'm really putting her life out there, do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not saying her name and I'm not showing her, but I'm putting her life out there. And sometimes she even said to me, like, she feels like a little bit embarrassed that people are hearing that. But it's not to be embarrassed. Like, if you're ill, you're ill. There's nothing to do. It's not your fault, do you know what I'm saying? And it's actually the opposite of embarrassment. Like, she should be proud that she was fighting, do you know what I'm saying? Me feeling weird about this song is like nothing compared to the amount of people it's going to help, do you know what I'm saying? And I've had like literally hundreds of messages saying like, I've been through something similar. Thanks for doing this song. Like, I know it took a lot, but you've helped, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Or I've lost my mum and this is a nice song to listen to. It makes me feel good, do you know what I'm saying? And that's what we do it for, honestly. That's what music's about, I'll be real. That's literally what it's about.
That was exactly my experience when I listened to it. What was your mum's experience listening to it for the first time?
Man, it's mad because...
Talk to me about when you first played it to her.
All right, cool. So you ready for this, yeah? So I played it to her an hour before it come out. Yeah, it's mad. I'm going to explain why though, yeah? That sounds crazy, but I'm going to tell you why. Because I love my mum so much, yeah? If she said to me, I don't want you to put this rhythm out, I wouldn't put the rhythm out. And I know how my mum is, yeah? Sometimes she acts on raw emotion. So if she's really emotional, she says to me, look, I can't lie to you, I can't deal with this rhythm, I would have just scrapped it. But that wouldn't have been for the best, I'll be honest, in my personal opinion. And what I said to my mum is, I said to her, listen, it's your experience, what you went through, it's your fight, but it was my lived experience as well though. I also went through that with you, do you know what I'm saying? And me and my little brother had to deal with, obviously, her being ill for 3 times. And for me, it's like, I have to explain from my perspective how it felt for me. Because obviously she went through it, but as a kid, you know, we're kids at the time, it's hard to deal with. And my little brother's even younger than me. He's 3 years younger than me. So it would have been even harder for him. He had even more confusion in his life at the time. And I just said to my mum, I played it to her an hour before I sent it to her and said, have a listen and tell me what you think. And then she didn't reply for like half an hour. So then I was like, I have a group chat. I sent that to her personally. Then in the group chat of me and my little brother, I said like, Mum, all good? And then she was like, what did she say? She wrote like, oh, I can't believe you've done that, yeah? But that sentence was like, I don't know if that's positive or negative. Do you see what I'm saying? So I just belled her, I called her and I was like, what's going on? And obviously she was crying. And she was like, yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. Like my whole life's kind of out there. And I understand that, you know, I get that. I really get it, I get it. And I just explained to her, it's really going to help more people. I hear how you feel and I feel similar, you know what I'm saying? I feel vulnerable putting it out, but it's going to help way more people than forget our feelings. Like it's actually going to make a difference, you know what I'm saying? And after like a couple of days, she was like, I really love the song. I love the message. And she was happy for it in the end, you know what I'm saying? She's like, people have told her, like some of her friends have been through similar things. And people are saying to her, like, I love that your son's had the power to go and do that and say that. And it's giving people hope. Because it's actually not a sad song. It's actually, it's sad obviously, but it's a hopeful song. You see what I'm saying? Anyone who's written a song about something personal knows that it's hard. It's not easy. And most of my music's not about that. It's about chirps and things or driving cars or, that's the truth though. But sometimes you got to tap into reality, man. And we all go through things like that.
It's an amazing song to now have in your catalogue forever.
100%. It's one of my best songs, I think, personally. I think it's probably one of my best songs. It's well written as well. I think the way I explain myself is very relatable. And I think I didn't say anything out of turn. I didn't say anything too sharp, because there is such thing as being too sharp. I didn't have to go into too much detail, you know what I'm saying? Just enough that you feel it, but not enough that it's going to make my mum feel too vulnerable.
You have changed so much.
I know, it's mad. Since the last time we was linked up.
And that was like, it wasn't even that long ago in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. Experiences change you.
It does.
You grow. I feel like I'm speaking to a brand new person.
Yeah, it's mad.
And I've spoken to you I've known you for years.
For years.
If we look at the decade that has been in the story of AJ Tracey, 2015 was, Spirit Bomb was 2015, which is crazy.
Yeah, mad.
Like 10 years of you we have had. What would you say is the biggest difference between that guy, AJ Tracey in 2015, and the guy that I'm sitting with now?
First, I'm going to say, if anyone's not heard the Spirit Bomb remix, go listen to it, because that's an all-star lineup.
Everyone's on there.
Have you seen the
Even
lineup?
Cinch is on there.
It's a mad lineup still. It's a mad lineup. It's a mad lineup.
Even Centure's on there, yeah.
You know what's mad, yeah? As kids, yeah, like we just never knew where we was gonna be in it. It's mad how life pans out, innit? It's sick. It's actually sick. But yeah, that guy over them sides, I think where it was is more like, cool, when you're young, and I'm not using young as an excuse, because when we're young, like you can still be, intelligent, you can still be present, you can still be, older than your years, you could be mature, you could be wise. But I think when I was young, the way I saw music wasn't how I see it now. Like the way I saw it, it wasn't a job. It wasn't like a means to sustain my family. It wasn't generational wealth. It wasn't any of them things. It was like, I love rapping. It's lit. You know what I mean? I can get free yak and I can turn up and go shows. That's actually what it was, you know what I'm saying? Just a way to experience life. But then as I started getting deeper and deeper into it, it became like more pressure, obviously, but also more pressure, there's also more reward. Like I'm doing bigger shows, like I've got more fans, I've got more streams, whatever. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think as it gets bigger, you have to learn to navigate it, because anywhere in music, you make a one left step and the whole thing can just be done. Do you know what I'm saying? It actually can as well. And I used to say a lot of stuff that I genuinely don't agree with now, but I wouldn't remove them songs because I feel like that is how I thought at the time, and it shows my growth to show that I don't think like that anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Even little things down to like stereotypes and all these things, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's good that you unlearn these things. And I think my mum was key in telling me, yo, cool, where you grew up and we was in the ends, perpetuating these weird stereotypes and whatever, but as you grow up, you start unlearning these things. And it shows that, yo, if you unlearn things and you show your fans, yo, I don't really think like that no more, get with me, get with the times, they'll start learning that too. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important.
People don't really talk about that either.
They don't talk. Do you know why they don't? Shall I tell you why they don't talk about that though? Because people are afraid of being like cancelled or attacked. But at the end of the day, it's like, whoever said, I'm not excusing anyone for any things that they've said that are harmful to any group of people, but we do have these stereotypes. And sometimes if you're a kid and an adult's put these ideas in your head, it's actually, I'm not saying it's not their fault, but it's like, it's your job to unlearn it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you do make change and you unlearn it and you're sincere and you accept everyone, I think it's all right. I'll be honest. We make mistakes, man. Everyone's made mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to talk about it because it's scary. It's scary, though.
I think people are reluctant to recognize and hold themselves accountable for past beliefs, rather 100%. Than just giving themselves the grace to learn and be like, that was me then.
Exactly.
This is me now. What songs of yours would you say you listen to and you're like, I don't even think like that anymore?
Do you know what it is? It's a lot of language to do with like, the way I'm talking about women, I don't really agree with anymore, I'll be real. When you're in the ends and the way the man them talk, you know what I'm saying, whatever, it's okay at the time, but as you grow up, it's kind of like, it's not specific songs. I'll just say, if you comb through my old lyrics, you'll notice some of the terminology I'm using, I definitely don't say anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Certain words to describe certain groups of people, I would never use those words anymore because it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't know any better. And I'm not excusing myself, I'm just saying that I had to learn, and I think I have learned, and I have changed. And it's partly to do with my manager as well, because one time I sent him a song, like, I'll say like maybe 5 years ago. Obviously, I'm 31 now, yeah? So I would have been 26. I sent him a song and he's like, the song's hard, bro, but I don't know about some of them words you're saying there. And it's mad because if I'm being honest, when I sent it to him, I was conscious of the wording I used already. And I kind of felt a bit weird about it. I felt weird about using those words. So when he highlighted it, I knew I was wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he pulled me up on it, but I kind of wanted to be pulled up on it. Like I kind of knew it was wrong already. And I wanted him to say like, I'm not sure about that. And when he did, I was like, yeah, you're right, man. And that's it from there. From there, I just started picking my words more carefully, bro. Because you can say things and not mean them. Like, people said things to me before. Like, God bless, like, my nan, yeah? My nan's white, obviously, she's from Wales, yeah? She said things before, like, in terms of me being black, and she doesn't mean any harm by it, but it's not the right thing to say, do you know what I'm saying? But it's easier as a young person for you to unlearn stuff and correct yourself than it is for someone who's 80 plus, you know what I'm saying? They've had that hammered into their mind for however long. But it is our job to look back on what we're doing and just correct our behaviours. I think that's important.
You're a good youth, you know.
I try to be. I'm not perfect. I try to be, though.
I feel like you're my little brother now, man.
Come on.
It's been really nice to watch you. It's been really nice to watch you grow and evolve. What is your hope for this album? Because, of course, you kind of need your audience to grow and evolve with 100%. You in order to receive it.
Yeah, because if they just want to hear about drill, then I'm doomed, I'll be honest. Nah, my hope for the album, I hope people listen to it as a project as well. Obviously, I love when people just want to pick out their favourite singles and listen, but I hope they start at the top and finish at the bottom, at least once. Just play it through once, you know what I'm saying? Because it's cohesive and it makes sense in order. And I just hope they listen to it, see that I've changed a little bit, and I hope anyone who's been supporting me and helping me get to where I am, I hope they're proud of me, you know what I'm saying? Because I am reliant on the fans. If the fans don't want to listen to me, then I don't have a career, you know what I'm saying? So I hope that the people who put me in this position are happy with who they put in that position.
Are you going to disappear again for another 4 years?
No, I'm not. I'm actually not. This is what everyone keeps saying to me, like, because when I started rolling out the singles, people was like, "Raw, Say Sway's dropped 2 singles and then 3 singles." Yeah. And no way, like, what's going on? But obviously I'm here. Like, I don't do it on purpose. I don't vanish on purpose. I just feel like sometimes I got to just retreat a little bit, gather my thoughts and just like level up a little bit and then I can come back stronger. I hope I'm able to drop another album in quick succession. Maybe not like straight away, but I'm gonna try. Like I've already started working on it, so hopefully I can get another one out soon. And I think albums are a dying art as well, man. I think people don't really care about albums too much, and not just mine, just in general. I think the form of an album is like, it's too long form for people to take in now. You see, if TikTok and that is so quick, everything's so quick, and it's a shame because it's not quick to make these songs. I'll tell you that. So the way they're consuming it is too fast for me. I'll be real. So if you rock with me, you gotta wait a sec. But what I'm gonna give you is good quality. I promise that. You know what I'm saying? So I won't disappear. I'm gonna drop a new album soon, hopefully, and some strong singles.
AJ, thank you so much for letting us into your world today,
No, but
man.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it, for giving me a platform to speak as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No, it's a pleasure to have you, man.
Come on.
Don't Die Before You're Dead, out now on Apple Music.
Let's get it.
Love, man.